In a world constantly racing forward, where silence is rare and peace feels like a distant memory, anxiety has become the invisible storm many of us battle daily. You might feel it as a knot in your chest before speaking up, a restless mind at night, or a quiet dread that lingers without reason. But what if I told you that peace isn't something you have to chase, it's something you can uncover within yourself right now? For years, I lived not in cities of noise, but in the stillness of a Buddhist monastery. As a former monk, I spent countless days in silence, observing the subtle movements of the mind, the way a single thought can unravel our calm, or how one deep breath can restore it. I learned that anxiety is not the enemy, it's a messenger. And when we learn to listen to it with compassion, we stop running from ourselves and start returning home. Today, I want to share 16 unbreakable psychological insights, powerful shifts in perception that can help you not only conquer anxiety, but also reconnect with your inner peace. These are tools forged in the quiet hours of meditation, sharpened by self-inquiry, and grounded in ancient wisdom and modern psychology alike. This isn't just information, it's an invitation to slow down, breathe deeper, and gently reclaim your sense of wholeness. Because beneath the noise, the overthinking, and the fear, there is a stillness waiting for you. Let's begin this journey inward, one insight at a time. First, the breath, your anchor in the storm. In the monastery, one of the first lessons I received was profoundly simple, yet endlessly powerful. Observe the breath. I came to understand that the breath is not just air moving in and out of the lungs, it is a mirror, a direct reflection of our inner world. When the mind is agitated, the breath becomes erratic, shallow, fast, and disconnected. When the heart is calm, the breath follows suit, slow, deep, steady. In this way, the breath becomes a bridge between the mind and the body, between unconscious reactivity and conscious awareness. Your breath speaks before your thoughts do. It tells the truth of your state, even when your mind tries to hide it. It trembles when you're afraid. It tightens when you're angry. It shortens when you're anxious. But here's the secret. While your emotions affect your breath, the reverse is also true. You can gently guide the breath, and in doing so, guide the mind back to stillness. Practice. The art of conscious breathing. Throughout your day, begin tuning into the rhythm of your breath. You don't need to change anything at first. Just notice. Is it fast or slow, deep or shallow, tight or spacious? Now, when you become aware of tension or a quickened pace, pause. Place one hand on your belly just below the navel and take a slow, intentional breath in through your nose. Let your abdomen rise gently. Hold for a moment, then exhale softly, feeling your belly fall. Do this a few times. This isn't just a relaxation trick. It's a direct signal to your nervous system that you are safe, present, and in control. It brings you out of survival mode and into a state of balance. Observe. Breath as emotional feedback. The next time you feel anxious, try to observe what's happening in your breath before anything else. You may notice it has become trapped in your chest, shallow, almost invisible. In moments like these, we often try to wrestle with our thoughts, but the breath offers a gentler entry point. When you consciously slow your breathing, your heart rate decreases, your muscles relax, and your thoughts begin to soften. It's like stepping out of a storm and into shelter. Over time, this awareness becomes second nature. The breath becomes your anchor in chaos, your refuge in panic, your guide back to peace. Return to the breath, and you return to yourself. Second, the present moment. Releasing the grip of the past and future. Anxiety often disguises itself as endless thought, memories of past regrets or projections of future fears. It's the voice that says, "Why did I do that?" Or, "What if everything goes wrong?" Left unchecked, it becomes a loop, circling endlessly in the mind, pulling us further and further away from the only place where life truly unfolds, the present moment. In the monastery, we trained with unwavering discipline to remain rooted in the now. Not just during meditation, but in every action, from sweeping the floor to washing a bowl to walking beneath the trees. We learned that the present moment isn't something passive. It's alive, sacred, full of richness. and it's where true peace is found. The past is a memory, the future a dream. Only the present has the power to heal. When you are fully present, anxiety begins to lose its grip. The mind stops racing, the body softens, and in that stillness, you find a truth that has always been waiting. You are safe, you are here. And this moment is enough. Practice, sensory awareness, returning to the now begin. By choosing one activity each day to practice complete presence. It can be simple, eating a meal, drinking tea, walking in nature, or even washing your hands. Whatever you choose, let your attention settle deeply into your senses. Taste your food slowly. Notice the texture, the flavor, the warmth or coolness. Let each bite anchor you. Listen to the sounds around you. Birds, wind, traffic, footsteps, silence. Don't label them, just hear them. Feel the ground beneath your feet, the contact of your body with the chair, the temperature of the air on your skin. Breathe with intention. Let each inhale remind you, this is now. These are not small acts. They are doorways, and with practice, each moment becomes a chance to wake up, to soften, to return. Observe. Mind wandering and the gentle return. As you move through the rhythm of your day, walking, working, talking, resting, there will be moments when your mind quietly slips away. It drifts into the past, searching for answers it will never find. It replays old memories, relives conversations, reopens wounds, or it leaps into the uncertain future, weaving stories of what might go wrong, painting pictures of fear and failure. This is the nature of the untrained mind. It clings, it predicts, it resists, and so often we follow it without noticing, without choosing. But what if you could become the observer instead of the captive? Start by simply noticing. You don't need to control the mind. In fact, trying to force stillness often makes the inner noise louder. Instead, watch. Like a gentle guardian, like someone listening to the breeze through the trees. When you notice your mind rehashing the past, pause. Feel the pull, the emotional charge, the tension in your chest or stomach, then quietly name it. Are thinking about the past. When you feel your thoughts sprinting into the future, pause. Sense the quickening breath, the racing heart, the subtle panic. Again, name it gently. Worrying about what hasn't happened. There's no need to scold yourself or shut the thoughts down. That only creates more tension. Instead, treat your mind like a beloved child who has wandered too far. With kindness and patience, guide it back. Back to the present. Back to the breath. Back to this moment, right here. If this message resonates with you, and you're seeking more moments of peace and insight, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for daily reflections rooted in ancient wisdom and modern clarity. Third, physical sensations, acknowledging, not fleeing. Have you ever noticed how anxiety doesn't just live in your thoughts, it lands in your body? Even before you name the emotion, your body already knows something is off. Your heart begins to race, your chest tightens, your hands tremble, your breath turns shallow, your stomach churns as if bracing for impact. This is anxiety's fingerprint, raw, physical, immediate. And yet, our instinct is almost always the same, to resist it. We try to distract ourselves, suppress it, run from it, or numb it, hoping it will just fade on its own. But the paradox is this: the more you resist a sensation, the louder it becomes. The body doesn't want to be ignored. It wants to be heard. It wants to be felt. What if, instead of fleeing these feelings, you could turn toward them? Not to indulge in them or analyze them, but simply to witness, to say, I feel you, I'm here. Practice the body scan of awareness. When anxiety arises, don't rush to fix it. Instead, pause, just for a moment. Close your eyes if it feels safe and gently scan your body. Where is the sensation strongest? Is it a clenching in your jaw, a knot in your stomach, a burning in your chest? Bring your full attention to that area, not to push it away, but to greet it with kindness. You might imagine breathing directly into that space. With each inhale, imagine softening. With each exhale, imagine releasing just a bit of tension. No force, no agenda, just presence. This simple act of acknowledging without resisting can begin to unwind the intensity of the emotion. Why? Because what the body truly needs is not escape. It needs your presence. Observe. Mapping the language of your anxiety. Begin to pay attention to the unique signature of your anxiety. What patterns do you notice? Maybe it always begins in your throat, like something is stuck, or in your chest, like a weight you can't name. Maybe your legs become restless, or your breath disappears entirely. These sensations aren't random. They are your body's way of communicating. And once you begin to recognize their rhythm, they become less mysterious, less threatening. You stop seeing them as a danger and begin to see them as messengers. They are not there to punish you. They are there to wake you up to something within that needs attention, healing, care. You do not need to fight what you feel. You only need to feel it, fully, gently, without fear. Because the moment you stop running from your body, you begin the journey back to yourself. And in that quiet reunion, anxiety begins to loosen its grip, not through force, but through the healing power of awareness. Fourth, self-talk, the inner dialogue. The inner dialogue, often subtle, constant, and unnoticed, is one of the most powerful forces shaping our emotional lives. In the silence of the monastery, we came to recognize that the way we speak to ourselves can either soothe our spirit or wound it. It is not the external circumstances alone that cause suffering, but how we interpret them through the lens of our own self-talk. A kind, patient, and encouraging inner voice becomes a refuge. It grounds us, supports us, and brings clarity in moments of confusion. On the other hand, a harsh, critical, or fearful voice fuels anxiety, magnifies stress, and keeps us trapped in cycles of self-doubt and emotional turmoil. Many of us have internalized voices from our past, echoes of criticism, shame, or rejection, that continue to shape our present narrative. We may not even notice that we are speaking to ourselves in ways we would never speak to a friend or loved one. Yet we carry these thoughts around, repeating them silently like mantras. I'm not good enough. I always mess things up. No one really cares. These thoughts are not harmless. They reinforce feelings of inadequacy, erode our self-worth, and heighten our vulnerability to anxiety and depression. But there is good news. Our inner dialogue is not fixed. It can be observed, questioned, and transformed. Practice. Reclaim your inner voice. Begin by simply paying attention. Notice the tone and content of your self-talk, especially in moments of stress, failure, or emotional pain. Ask yourself, what am I telling myself right now? Is this voice helping me or hurting me? Would I say these words to someone I love? When you catch yourself engaging in blaming, catastrophizing, or self-deprecating language, pause. Take a breath. Then consciously reframe the thought into something more compassionate and realistic. For example, replace "I always fail" with "This didn't go as planned, but I can learn and grow from it." Replace "I'm weak" with "I'm human, and I'm doing my best with what I know." Over time, this practice rewires the mind. It creates a new internal atmosphere, one of understanding, patience, and strength. Observe. Become the witness of your thoughts. Don't try to suppress or fight negative thoughts. That often makes them louder. Instead, observe them like clouds passing through the sky. Give them space and gently respond with awareness. Your inner voice should not be your enemy. It can become your greatest ally, your inner teacher, your source of resilience. Speak to yourself as someone worthy of love, not punishment. With kindness, you can quiet the storm of anxiety. With compassion, you can come home to yourself. Fifth, body posture, embodying calm. The way we hold our body is not merely a reflection of how we feel. It is also a tool to influence how we feel. In both ancient traditions and modern psychology, posture has long been recognized as a bridge between the body and mind. It speaks volumes, often before we utter a word. An open chest, a relaxed jaw, a lifted head, these are silent signals of inner calm and confidence. In contrast, slouched shoulders, a sunken chest, or tightly crossed arms often accompany anxiety, sadness, or self-doubt. We live much of our lives disconnected from the body, lost in thought or consumed by screens, yet our body is constantly sending signals to the brain, shaping our emotions in real time. A closed, constricted posture tells the mind, "I'm unsafe." An expansive, upright posture tells the mind, I can handle this. This is not about pretending to be confident or forcing positivity. It is about tuning into the wisdom of the body and using it as a tool for inner balance. The way we sit, stand, breathe, and move can either ground us or keep us stuck in cycles of anxiety. Practice. Embody confidence and calm. Begin by gently bringing awareness to your posture throughout the day. No judgment, just notice. Are your shoulders hunched forward? Is your jaw clenched? Are you curling inward, as if trying to protect yourself? Now try this simple adjustment. Sit or stand tall, as if a string were gently lifting you from the crown of your head. Relax your shoulders down and back. Unclench your jaw. Let your hands rest naturally. Breathe slowly and deeply into your belly. Notice the shift, not just physically but emotionally. You may feel more present, more composed, even slightly empowered. This isn't magic, it's biology. A calm posture helps regulate your nervous system, making it easier to think clearly, breathe fully, and respond instead of react. Practice this posture during neutral moments and during moments of challenge. Over time, it can become your default way of being, not stiff or artificial, but centered and embodied. Observe, when anxiety speaks through the body. When anxiety arises, the body contracts. You might notice tight shoulders or neck, arms crossed over your chest, legs tightly wrapped or bouncing, chest caving in, avoiding eye contact. These are not just habits, they're physical manifestations of emotional tension. Instead of fighting the anxiety mentally, begin with the body. Gently open your posture, ground your feet, relax your face, soften your hands. Even a small shift in posture can create space in the mind. That space can break the cycle of anxiety before it takes hold. Sixth, eye contact, connecting with the external world. When anxious, we often avoid eye contact, retreating inward. However, making gentle eye contact can help ground you in the external world and connect you with others, reducing feelings of isolation. Practice. In safe situations, practice maintaining soft, gentle eye contact with others for a few seconds longer than usual. Observe their reactions and adjust to mutual comfort. This helps you stay present and connected. Observe. Notice your tendency to avoid eye contact when anxious. Gradually challenge yourself to make more conscious, calm eye contact. This can help break the cycle of inward focus and self-consciousness. Seventh, facial expressions, the mirror of emotions. Our facial expressions are a mirror of our emotions. A tense, furrowed brow or a strained smile can indicate inner turmoil. Softening your facial muscles can send a calming signal to your brain. Practice. In front of a mirror, practice relaxing your facial muscles. Notice tension in your jaw or forehead. Intentionally soften your gaze and the area around your mouth. Try to maintain a relaxed, neutral expression even when stressed. Observe. Pay attention to the expressions on your face throughout the day. If you notice tension, gently release it. A relaxed face can help de-escalate anxiety and promote a sense of ease. Eighth, the pace of movement slowing down. Anxiety often speeds us up, leading to frenetic movements. In the monastery, we cultivated mindful, deliberate movements, recognizing that the pace of our bodies influences the pace of our minds. Practice. When feeling overwhelmed, consciously slow down your movements. Walk slower, eat slower, perform tasks with greater deliberation. This deliberate deceleration can help calm a racing mind. Observe. Notice how your movements change when you're anxious. Do you rush, fidget? By intentionally slowing your pace, you create a sense of control and calmness that can counteract the urgency of anxiety. Ninth, sensory grounding, engaging your senses. Sensory grounding involves intentionally engaging your 5 senses to bring you back to the present moment. This is a powerful technique for disarming anxiety. Practice. When anxiety strikes, quickly identify 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This rapidly pulls your attention away from anxious thoughts. Observe. Notice how quickly anxiety can dissipate when you shift your focus to concrete sensory details in your environment. This technique provides an immediate pathway out of overwhelming thoughts. 10th, the power of no, setting healthy boundaries. A significant source of anxiety can be saying yes when you mean no, leading to overwhelm and resentment. Learning to set healthy boundaries is a profound act of self-care. Practice. Identify areas where you consistently overcommit. Practice politely and firmly saying no to requests that don't align with your priorities or capacity. Start small, perhaps with less important requests. Observe. Notice the relief that comes from honoring your own limits. Each time you set a healthy boundary, you reinforce your self-worth and reduce potential sources of stress. 11th, the environment, your sanctuary. Your environment profoundly impacts your state of mind. A cluttered, chaotic space can mirror and amplify internal anxiety. A calm, organized space can foster peace. Practice. Take small steps to declutter and organize your living or workspace. Add elements that promote calm, like plants, soft lighting, or calming colors. Observe. Notice how a chaotic environment might contribute to your anxiety. By creating a personal sanctuary, you actively support your mental well-being and reduce external stressors. 12th, the power of routine anchoring your day. Establishing a predictable routine can provide a sense of stability and control, particularly when anxiety feels overwhelming. Knowing what to expect can reduce uncertainty. Practice. Create a simple morning and evening routine. This could include a specific time for waking, meditation, a light breakfast, or winding down before bed. Consistency is key. Observe. Notice how a structured routine can reduce decision fatigue and provide a comforting framework for your day, lessening the grip of unpredictable, anxious thoughts. 13th, mindful eating, nourishing your body and mind. How and what we eat significantly impacts our mood and energy levels. Mindful eating means paying full attention to the experience of eating, which can reduce anxiety by grounding you. Practice. During at least one meal a day, eat slowly, savoring each bite. Notice the textures, flavors, and aromas. Put your fork down between bites. Observe. Notice how rushing through meals or eating mindlessly can contribute to a feeling of being out of control. Mindful eating connects you to your body and promotes a sense of calm. 14th, gentle movement, releasing stored tension. Anxiety often stores itself as tension in the body. Gentle movement like walking, stretching, or yoga can release this physical tension and calm the nervous system. Practice. Incorporate short bursts of gentle movement into your day. Even a 5-minute walk or a few stretches can make a difference. Don't push yourself. The goal is release, not performance. Observe, notice where you hold tension in your body when anxious. Regular gentle movement can significantly reduce this physical manifestation of anxiety and improve your overall well-being. 15th, the practice of gratitude, shifting perspective. Anxiety often narrows our focus to what's wrong or what could go wrong. The practice of gratitude consciously shifts your perspective to what is good and abundant. Practice. Each day, take a few moments to list 3 things you are genuinely grateful for, no matter how small. This could be a warm cup of tea, a sunny day, or a kind word. Observe. Notice how even in moments of anxiety, shifting your focus to gratitude can create a subtle but powerful sense of warmth and appreciation, counteracting the negativity. 16th, trusting your inner wisdom, your intuitive compass. Finally, do not underestimate the power of your inner wisdom or intuition. Sometimes your gut feeling can pick up subtle signals that your conscious mind doesn't immediately recognize. In the monastery, I learned to trust this inner compass. Practice. After interactions or when making decisions, pause and notice any subtle feelings or gut reactions. Reflect on these intuitions. Keep a journal where you note your hunches and how situations unfold. Over time, this will help you trust your inner wisdom more. Observe. Trust your gut feelings. If something feels off, pay attention to that intuition. Your inner wisdom is a valuable tool for assessing situations and guiding you towards choices that support your well-being. To recap, we've explored 16 essential psychological insights for conquering anxiety and finding inner peace. From your breath to your intuition, each element provides valuable clues and tools to manage your internal landscape. Learning to interpret these signs not only helps you understand yourself better, but also strengthens your relationship with your own mind and emotions, fostering greater resilience and self-compassion. Ultimately, as a Buddhist monk, I learned that mindful observation and self-compassion are key to understanding and deeply connecting with oneself. Conquering anxiety through these psychological insights isn't just a skill, it's a way of cultivating empathy for yourself and strengthening your internal foundation. In Buddhism, it is said, "The path is not in the sky, the path is in the heart." By applying these techniques, we don't seek to judge ourselves, but to understand and draw closer to our own inner peace. Remember that every breath, every thought, every sensation is a window to your mind and heart, and you will see your ability to manage and overcome anxiety improve significantly, leading to a more authentic and satisfying life. Thank you for staying until the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more valuable content on finding inner peace and mindful living. Leave us your comments below. See you in the next video.